Hey besties, it's Carrie. Good to see you. I am recording somewhere near. I am now living with my daughter Delaney and in her really cute studio in downtown Portland. I'm kind of talking quiet right now just because it's kind of a quieter time of day. It's nighttime. Sorry about the reflection in my glasses. It's just this area, I can't get a good place for lighting. So we're just going to go with this. Anyway, good to see you. So lots going on. It's been kind of difficult, but working itself out at the same time. I'm officially in hospice now. I have an incredible team of doctors and caregivers and social workers and the whole gamut that I get to work with to help me feel better. I think I mentioned this last time, but even from last time, my mobility has just gone down the tanker. With every day that passes, it's just so different than it ever has. I'm definitely needing help in taking showers now and all sorts of stuff. I can't walk on my own anymore. And it's really good to have help at home too. My daughter and her boyfriend definitely help and come and take care of me too. That's really sweet of them to do. It was a real surprise. What happened was I was on the phone trying to make phone calls to get assisted living or adult foster care going, and they were so rude. Between me not being an actual senior, they were rude to me very much. Like certain places would allow the part that if I was 45, but I was not allowed to go into any other room in the building because I wasn't a senior. So that kind of really sucked. Or the way that they clearly treated me over the phone because I am low income. It was just really, really rude. And I get it. You gotta get used to that type of stuff. But there's certain parts that in my life I just won't have it anymore. It's so unnecessary with all the hard things that I'm facing just on the natural part of dying from cancer. I don't need to do that. So one of my daughters, she was over for the day, and I had to sneak in making some more phone calls while she was over, and heard me on the phone and having a really not so nice telephone conversation. And I just was reduced to tears, and she took my phone out of my hands and hung up the phone and said, "Mom, you're gonna come live with me." And that made me feel so good and so relieved. Like finally there's gonna be some real respite, some real home to live in, and not have to be worried about this time clock going on that was coming from Casey. He's not a bad guy or anything. He just can't deal with any of the stuff that I have. It's far beyond his means, and it's best for him not to have me around at all, period. Because he can't handle the things that I require. And so with that being in front of my face, I was feeling like I needed to find somewhere to live, and then sorting out the part that I am dying and the part that my body is quickly failing me. I want to have those moments with my kids and my family and their friends and everybody just as it's meant to be. Granted, they're so understanding that I need a lot of rest time now too, and they're seeing a decline as well. I mean, I can't eat the same way that I used to. It's really hard, but they're being very supportive. Delaney and her boyfriend that lives upstairs. Delaney lives in a studio, and it's like a 4-story studio. It used to be a hotel way back in the day, but then they made it into studios. It's over on White Street in downtown Portland, and this area is just really cool and historical, and it's something that I've dreamt about living here for ages since I was in high school. It was one of the reasons why I moved to Portland in the first place. But I always thought that it would end up being Delaney who lived there. I didn't think that I would get a chance to move here. And just having her live here and being, vicariously living through her has been more than satisfying too. But I am actually really, truly excited that I get to live the dream of living down here in Portland as well, not just on the outskirts of town. It's really nice because at this location, I still have the opportunity to have friends and family come over and stay over and whatnot too, because it's not just their studios in the building, but it's also like these beautiful common living rooms that are, it's really old, but it's nicely styled, very comfortable. So my nurses can come out here when they're visiting me and do my stats and help me with certain things. And also I can do my counseling out here as well. My doctors have added a whole lot of new medicines to my comfort care plan, which has really been helping a lot, because for once I'm starting to graduate into lesser of a pain with my cancer, and that I can't tell you how important that is, especially because my this last week I accidentally broke my pelvic bone. I'm not so much on Zometa anymore because that's all faded out of my system, and because I'm on comfort care only, we're not doing treatments from here on out. So Zometa is not a thing. However, they were able to handle the pain load of that new fracture in my pelvis, so that's been really nice. With pelvis fractures, you can't do a whole lot with them anyway, so that's fine. Well, I'm hearing people upstairs. I gotta tell you though, this building is really interesting. Not only do you hear people upstairs and stuff too, but you really feel the residency within the walls, within the building itself, of how this building is probably like early 1900s. And so it's got a lot of people running history of, kids running through the halls and families being here, and you could just feel that here, and it's just such a neat thing. I'm really, really tickled about it. But the community that lives here in this building it's really fun. And the kids barbecued for dinner tonight. We had bulgogi and rice, and we had barbecued, marinated bok choy and this cucumber salad, with chili peppers and sesame oil and some other stuff. It was really good. And of course kimchi. So that was really nice dinner to have like that. And for me, it's cool because they give me smaller portions of the stuff that they understand. I'm not trying to eat like a lot of other people are. I just don't have the space for it. But then also I can take that and cut that in half too and save it for later. So that makes me really happy. I just feel super loved here, and I feel like I'm moving on to a good future. Casey's just gonna have to learn how to deal without having me around. I have to really deal with the positive stuff for me right now, and I need as much of care and love as possible right now. I'm not quite willing to budge for anything different, so I just want to let you know it's a different time. I have a new video segment coming out of we're going to be talking about what does a death doula do. I know you guys have heard about hospice, but I don't know a lot of people who have heard about death doulas. It's kind of like a baby doula, a person who helps somebody get ready for childbirth and deliver a baby. But a death doula is somebody who does the opposite, who knows somebody the person is terminally ill and that they are at the very, very end of their life, and help move them into their newer areas, their new, dying transitions and stuff like that. And it's been really cool. It keeps a lot of fear away and stuff like that, but we're going to talk about that in the segment that I'll be posting soon. Anyway, can't stay out here for that long, but I wanted to catch up with you. Love you, and love and light. Subscribe if you like me.